2, 1. Hey, what's going on, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome to another break diving live stream. We're not doing a study hall today. Today we are going to be going over tenet number 9 of the Diver's Code, which is I keep my ego in check. Before we get into that, just a reminder that we are trying to get to 3,000 hours of watch time. And your watching us can certainly help us. You could watch any of our live streams, whether they're live or recorded, but please help us get there. And check us out at breakdiving.io, breakdiving, breakdiving.io. What's up, Carter? And Phoenix. Carter, you come on here to say, hi, I'm going to bed. Hi, I'm going to bed. What if I just did a live stream and I start and go, hi, I'm a Monroe Mann and I am going to bed. That would not be very nice. In any case, and commented first and joined first. Let's see. Well, no, the first person who commented was Carter. Carter says, hi, I'm going to bed. So Carter apparently got... Maybe Phoenix was here first, but Carter commented first, so you both win the prize. So I want to go over I'm going to just review all of these tenets of the Diver's Code. This is basically what we believe in our community are the 12 things that everybody should live by in life. I'll go over all of them briefly, and then we can focus on the one of today, which is number 9, I keep my ego in check. So all of them are, number 1, I am a break diver. Number 2, see you later, Carter. Number 2, I am not lazy. Number 3, I never give up. Number 4, I always say please and thank you. Number 5, I try not to get offended. Number 6, I do not lie, cheat, steal, or plagiarize. Number 7, I always try to help. Number 8, I brag tastefully. 9, I keep my ego in check. 10, I ask for help. 11, I broaden my horizons. And 12, I just see winners. And those are all of the things. Those are just 12 things that people in general should live by. They're 12 good lessons for life. The one that we're going to talk about today is number 9, which is this one here. I keep my ego in check. What does that mean? It means acknowledging that we all have an ego. We all have this sense of, I am important. I am better than other people. I am super awesome. I am great. So we need to keep that in check. I think so many problems in life happen because we let our ego make the decisions. So many problems happen in life because we allow our ego to get in the way and we don't push our ego to the side. What's up, Robert? Nice to see you. I hope you're having a great day too. For me, I had a good day today. Overall, it was a very good day, and it's around, what time is it? 10:50 p.m. And decided I'd do this little live stream here, try to help us get some more watch time and inspire you guys at the same time. If you think about some of the problems you've had in life, many times they're caused because you allowed your ego to make the decision. You've heard that expression, don't cut off your nose to spite your face. If you cut off your nose, the only thing that you're hurting is your face. And now your face looks very awkward because you don't have a nose anymore. So I keep my ego in check. What does that mean? I'm just reading here from the Diver's Code. I try to never treat people differently because they have money or don't have money. Therefore, I will strive to never let money or lack thereof change who I am. No matter how wealthy or successful I become, or how much I struggle, I will not become self-absorbed self-obsessed, and self-important. In the end, I'm just still a normal, mortal human. And so is everybody else. Think about that. No matter what, no matter what, I am exactly the same thing as Elon Musk. I am the same exact thing as Michael Jordan. I am the same thing as you. What am I? I'm a human. Sometimes I make good decisions. Sometimes I make poor decisions. Sometimes I have more money. Sometimes I have less money. Sometimes I have a good job. Sometimes I have a bad job. Doesn't matter. We are all the same. By the way, thank you for clicking like. Thank you for subscribing to our channel. And thank you, Robert, for the compliment. And thank you. No problem. Phoenix, like you said, no big deal. I look back on my life and my ego, I think the worst decisions I've made in life are because I let my ego get in the way. I make these decisions to prove a point and go, well, I'm not going to let him do that. I'm not going to let them treat me like that. And the result is I've made terrible decisions. Those terrible decisions happen because I did not put my ego to the side. I did not keep my ego in check. I want you to think back, even just in the last week, what is something that you've done that had a negative result, and ask yourself, was my ego in any way contributing to the negative result? 99 times out of 100, your ego is one of the ingredients of failure. There's an expression, it's called pride cometh before the fall. I'll say it again, pride cometh before the fall. What does that mean? It means that our pride, which is part and parcel with our ego, when you start doing this, oh, I am awesome, I am great, I am better than everybody else, watch out, because you're about to crash and burn. You're about to fall. Pride cometh before the fall. Before you fall down, it's because you're probably getting cocky. You're probably getting very arrogant, and you're probably starting to think, I am so awesome. I am better than other people. Oh my gosh. And then what happens? Why does pride cometh before the fall? Because when you start thinking, I'm awesome. Look at my head. Yeah. Look at me. Yeah. Huh. And you start looking around, trying to see if anybody else can see how great you are. And then what happens? You get careless. If I'm going like this, look at me. I am awesome. Boom. Punched in the face. Boom. Or I trip on the floor. Keep your ego in check. Come on, we got only 2 likes. I'm giving a very good motivational speech here. And there are 10 people here. I think you should get a few more. Double tap the screen. Double tap the screen and give us a little bit of love. I think I'm sure we can get to 10 likes on this live stream in short order if we work together. I'll read this again. I keep my ego in check. I try to never treat people differently because they have money or don't have money. Therefore, I'll strive to never let money or lack thereof change who I am. No matter how wealthy and successful I become or how much I struggle, I will not become self-obsessed and self-important. In the end, I'm still just a mortal human, and so is everyone else. And I think that's the hardest. Can I tell you this? I was going to say it was one of the hardest things to do is to remind ourselves that you're not different from anybody else. You're not somehow special. You're a human, and God loves each and every one of us exactly the same. But what I was going to say is, it says I keep my ego in check. That doesn't mean that you avoid just getting self-absorbed and cocky. It also means you avoid allowing your ego to convince you that you are unworthy or that you are a potential failure. That's an ego problem too. And some people think that keeping your ego in check just means you keep your ego from going up. No, keeping your ego in check also means keeping it from going down. If your ego drops, you're not keeping it in check. Keeping your ego in check means it's right around here, right around the 0 mark, a little bit more. What's up, Johnny Reynolds? We're talking about ego right now. You don't want your ego up here. You don't want your ego way down here either. You want your ego right in the middle in the sweet spot. And in fact, let's say this is 0. Maybe you want your ego right above. A little bit higher than nothing, so that you will believe in yourself and have self-esteem and push yourself forward. Johnny Reynolds, I'm doing well. Went on a bike ride today, went swimming in the ocean, had a nice lunch with my mom. Got to do a lovely live stream with all of you awesome people. And that sounds really good. Phoenix, yeah, I saw what you wrote and I commented on it. Doesn't mean I don't have to apologize to him. No, it's no big deal who was here first and who wasn't, or who commented first. It's all good. Everyone is, and again, that's a perfect example. What I'm saying is everybody's equal here. Even me. I'm not better than you because I'm the host and you guys are the fans and watching. And you're not better than me because you're the fan and I'm the host. We are all people. We're all equal in God's eyes. Keep your ego in check. Do not get cocky, folks. Johnny, not really. I used to be a high school wrestler, but I really didn't like it. I honestly, I don't like being sweaty, and I don't like being sweaty with other people, and especially and you're rolling on the floor and you're, and every time I was in a wrestling mat, I was like, I cannot wait to get to the shower and just get all that sweat off of me. Now, if you're talking about wrestling like Hulk Hogan and The Rock and stuff, maybe that's a little bit more interesting, but I'm still not a super fan. Oh, but Phoenix loves wrestling, so you got a fan there. What chair am I sitting in? What's up, Guru? It's a rocking chair. See, watch. Rocking chair. Nope. Nope. This is my philosophy chair and one of my reading chairs and my watch television chair. And today what we're talking about is this idea of don't let your ego get in the way. Keep your ego in check at all times. And what you can do is every time you have to make a decision moving forward, you got to constantly think, am I making this decision because it's the right thing to do, or am I making this decision because my ego is getting in the way? And that is a problem. What's up, Phoenix? No, it's not a recliner. Though if I go back far enough, I could probably tilt the thing over and I would recline very, very hard. And I would probably hit myself on the ground. And that would be unfortunate. But I have any of you, let me do a poll here. Have you made a bad decision because you let your ego decide? Let's do this poll right here. And I have a feeling I know what the answer is going to be. But I think it's important to do the poll because it'll help show you what I'm talking about. Every one of us has an ego. Every one of us has this sense of pride and doesn't like it when our pride is negatively influenced, when our pride is shot down, when our pride is questioned. And that's the problem. We let our pride influence us, and then we start to make decisions based on that ego, which is not good. Elijah Storm's school might get canceled. What does favorite NFL team have to do with my discussion about ego? Guru's answer is sometimes and not always. But the question is not, you could have sometimes and not always, but the question is not, do you sometimes, it's, have you ever made a bad decision, ever, in your life, because you let your ego decide? I'm glad that it's 100% yes, because that's the only honest answer. 100% of us have made bad decisions because we let our ego get in the way. And that is a problem. So I just wanted to share this with you guys a little bit. And late for the rest of today, for tomorrow, for this week, before you make a decision, you need to really ask yourself, is this the best decision to make? And to what extent is my ego making the decision? I look back over the last 10 years, and some of my worst decisions were because I let my ego get in the way. And there's nothing I can do about fixing those decisions that I've made, but I can try to learn from those mistakes and learn from those bad decisions and try to do a better job in 2025. So, and when we're talking about money, because money and success, I don't care how much money you have or how much money you don't have. You're not better than me, and you're not better than anyone else in your life. Your money or lack of money does not define you. And if you have lots of money, you shouldn't allow your ego to get overinflated. If you don't have a lot of money, you shouldn't allow your ego to get deflated to the point where you somehow think that you're not great. Like right now, my ego is being deflated because there are only 2 likes. I think we should get at least 3 likes. You could double tap the screen with 3 likes. I think. There we go. See that? Was that really all that difficult? Now my ego. Now I got to keep my ego in check, because now I'm starting to feel like, ooh, look at that. Monroe's got 4 likes. They love me. They like me. They really, really like me. No problem. Yeah, Elijah, you're so focused on being first and going first, that you forget to like. The first thing you should do is click like, not tell me that you're first. Let me read this again. I keep my ego in check. I try to never treat people differently because they have money or don't have money. Therefore, I will strive to never let money or lack thereof change who I am. No matter how wealthy and successful I become or how much I struggle, I will not become self-obsessed and self-important. In the end, I'm still just a mortal human, and so is everyone else. You're a brake diver. Whether you're a part of the community or not, you're a part of this channel, so you're a brake diver, which means we don't wait for opportunities to float to the surface. We dive in and make your big breaks ourselves. Well, part of being a brake diver is not allowing your ego to interfere with making decisions. Elijah says, when brake diving gets monetized, I want to try to be the first donation. Thanks, Elijah. It's going to be a while still, probably 2 to 5 months. We're still around 1,400 hours, and we need 3,000. So unless you guys are, let me look. I want to see exactly what the watch time is precisely. And we're at 1,431. So, and we've been stuck in the 1,400s for like a week. So I need you guys to watch more. Watch more frequently, watch more often. Guru asks, what causes ego? So, I think it's human nature. I mean, it's not that something causes ego. You can't get rid of ego. Ego is who we are. It's an aspect of self-esteem and feelings of pride and feelings of accomplishment in being able to do something well. And we need that to develop confidence, because when you have confidence, then you're willing to take chances and go out and do something. And like Freud and who the heck is the other? I forget the other famous psychologist, but they always talk about the id and the ego, and they're both parts of who we are. And it's important to have an ego because it's important to be different. It's important if none of us had an ego, none of us would have a sense of individuality. So it's really important that we have this sense of ego. But the problem is when that ego the ego should be under our control. Our ego should very subtly urge us to do cool things and to go out into the world and try to accomplish things. But the problem is when the ego becomes so strong that instead of just nudging us, it starts punching us into submission, and we end up doing things that the ego is encouraging us to do. And the ego, when it takes control, is a very bad leader. You need to be the leader, and you need to have an assistant called ego. The problem is when your pride and your sense of accomplishments get so big, your ego grows very big, and it gets so big that it becomes uncontrollable, and you end up taking orders from your ego. Guru says, how to identify so? How to identify so? What do you mean, how to identify so? How you doing, Dumpling? Good to see you. Phoenix, you guys said, guess what? What? And Elijah, I would love you to be the first donation. Yeah, I'm going to keep going. We're going to get this channel monetized. It's going to take a long time, but but we're going to get there. Slow and steady. So someone's ego is positive or negative. I wouldn't say someone's ego is positive or negative. At any given time in any person's day, your ego at some point is helping you in a positive way, and at some time it's helping you it's hurting you in a negative way. And it all depends. If all of a sudden, let's say you're really lonely and suddenly, like I'm a guy, all of a sudden I get 7 phone calls from all these girls who are really attractive. All of a sudden I'm thinking, yeah, I'm a rock star. I'm a superstar. All these girls like me. And now I'm like, you know what? I don't have to treat any of them perfectly because I got so many. And they're all going to be waiting for me. But all of a sudden, my ego just went skyrocketed. And now I'm getting very cocky. And then as soon as you get cocky, I said, pride cometh before the fall. All of a sudden, all the girls find out that I'm talking to all of them. And they all just drop me. And now I'm thinking, oh my gosh, I ruined everything. I'm such an idiot. Now I'm lonely and I lost everything. And But now my ego is deflated. Now it's hurting me in a different way because now I'm feeling lacking in self-esteem and confidence. On the other hand, let's do a different scenario. Let's say one really attractive girl who's charming gets in touch with me. Maybe that boosts my ego just a little bit. It makes me feel like, oh, this is great. I got somebody who likes me. That's nice. This is cool. But my ego's not going to get so cocky that because I'm going to say, you know what? I don't want to lose this because I don't have a lot of options. She's the only one that's interested in me right now. Let me treat her well. Let me make sure I give her the proper attention that she needs, this and that. In that sense, the ego is just enough to make me feel, I feel good. But it's not so high that I get cocky and allow the ego to start making me make stupid, rash decisions. So your ego can go up and down throughout the day. How do you know if it's hurting you? You have to just ask yourself, am I making a decision because my ego is telling me I cannot fail? How many people, there's a guy who's on the stream the other day, and he was talking about how he bet $600 on the Kansas City Chiefs. And he lost all of it. When he put that bet, he was 100% certain that he was going to win. Oh yeah, there's no way the Eagles are going to win. This Kansas City Chiefs, I'm gonna make like $2,000. It's going to be amazing. He was 100% cocky. Then he lost. So before, his ego was way up here. Then he lost. Instead of just coming down to size, his ego dropped to, I'm such a loser. My mom is going to kill me. I can't believe I just spent $600 and lost it by gambling. Oh my gosh, I'm such a... Ego it causes major emotional swings. This is why you've got to keep your ego in check here. You don't want it to go way up here. You don't want it to go down here. And you don't want it to be just even. You want it to be a little bit above, a tiny bit above zero. And maybe sometimes it goes a tiny bit below zero because that'll help keep you from making stupid mistakes. But when that ego goes way up too high, you're going to make stupid mistakes. When it goes way down too low, you don't have the confidence to make any decisions whatsoever because you think of yourself as a complete loser. All right, so good job, Phoenix, getting all A's on your grades. Don't let your ego get too cocky because of that. I think that's a wonderful thing, but don't allow it to make you stop studying or think that you can skip school. Guru says, so how should one react if we get calls from multiple beautiful girls? Well, I hope that happens to all of the men here on the channel. If it does, you should realize, okay, I'm in a very enviable situation, but realize you should treat every single one of them as if they are the only one that is interested. Because if you treat all of them as expendable, you will lose every single one of them. And that will be a travesty if you don't end up finding one girlfriend from a sea of 10 beautiful girls who are interested in you. You have to figure out, how can I treat all of them with respect and that they deserve, and how can I make a concerted effort to try to find out which one of these is the right one, rather than thinking, oh cool, I can just juggle all these 10 girls now and I am a super playboy now, and if 10 of them like me now, then I'm probably going to have 20 like me tomorrow. No, you might have 0 liking you tomorrow. You have not only have 0 liking you, you may have 10 girls who hate you. Not even just don't like you, that hate you. And then they start spreading the word. Your big ego can cause major disasters. Yeah, and Elijah, only bet what you can afford to lose. You're right. It's the same thing with making investments on risky things. Only invest things that you can. At the casino, only gamble what you can afford to lose. Don't make silly mistakes. You have 192 IQ. I think that's pretty high. I think I have a negative 23 IQ. I'm trying to get to 0. I'm hoping 2025 is the year my IQ rises to 0. Guru, I am always confused about my life goals. Even though I have a better idea than most people, I think it's, even Elon Musk, I think, is confused about his life goals at times, 100%. So, I don't, people who seem to have their entire life in order, I don't trust them. Because I think they're just latching on to something that gives them comfort, and they're not pushing the envelope. As one of my favorite quotations is from the race car driver Mario Andretti. If you feel in control, you're not driving fast enough. So if you're uncertain about your life goals, Guru, good. It means you're driving fast. You're trying to figure things out. It's good to feel like a little bit out of control at times, because that means you're living on the edge of progress. And I think that's always a good thing. Elijah's IQ is 97. That's good. If you average out my IQ, your IQ, and Phoenix's, it comes to 0. No, I guess it's a net positive. I guess 25. Mine is negative 23. Yours is 97, and Phoenix's is 192. By the way, this channel is an extension of the breakdiving community that we have at breakdiving.io. Would love you guys to come check it out. And Guru, if you want to talk with other people about your life goals and stuff, you can post an introduction and kind of tell us why you're confused about this or that, and you'll get responses from folks from all around the world. We're a small community, but we're growing, and we're getting things here, there, and everywhere. It's breakdiving.io. BREAKDIVING. So, like, if you look at this, can you read that? Or here. Right there. Breakdiving.io. Breakdiving.io. So, and I hope some of you will eventually join. It is a really nice place with lots of friendly people who are just trying to figure out life, help one another succeed, and make friends around the world. On that note, I'm feeling a little tired today. I'm going to end this stream for now. And I'll catch in with you guys tomorrow. I thank you for watching. Hope you got a little bit of inspiration. We've had about 3 or 4 people watching the whole time, so I think we'll probably get 2 hours of watch time from this. It's not a lot, but it's something. And I hope you guys have a great day. Tomorrow I'll probably do a breakdiving study hall because I gotta get more work done on my computer. So, Phoenix, I hope you continue being a genius at math. I need you to do the math and realize if I don't get Phoenix watching more of these recorded live streams. And guys, if you want to help us get monetized, when this is over, go find another live stream that was from like 3 or 4 or 5 hours and just let it play while you're sleeping. That counts towards watch time, and we will end up getting more. We'll more likely get monetized more quickly. So, anywho, Phoenix, I believe you 100%. I have no reason not to believe you. And I know that you're a genius because you've done the math and realized that time spent on Monroe Mann's YouTube channels is time well spent. So, thank you for subscribing. Thank you for being a part of the live stream. I hope you learned a little bit about the diver's code number 9, which was I keep my ego in check. So I hope you keep your ego in check for the rest of the week. Bye, guys.